It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Using his legs, it's Hansen. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Williams will pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes and catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Fights off a defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Williams looking for a man. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Williams will pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Takes it the other way.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. They'll try to get outside. Running to Green. Got enough for the first down. He's loose. He's at the top. And he ran away from the defense to take it explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Lee, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big, looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Fires left. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Using his feet, they'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Hunt is on its way. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Yeah, and it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Flips it out to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Third down play from the gun. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw again. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
He might want another play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Now the play fake. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Looking for a man. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Look out, he's got room. Got enough for the first. Sprinting away. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Buying some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
The official says no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle, it's Lawson. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short play. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to do it on the ground. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Barry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense set for a 1st down play. On the ground, it's Durham. Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Keaton Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Toledo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it down the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Williams will pass. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on fourth down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. This quarterback part of their running game. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Direct snap. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They'll immediately call timeout. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Durham. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one splits the uprights. And now they regain the lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Berry. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking to pass. It's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me.
Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Line gets set. First down. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Fires to the big fella. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Durham. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up fourth.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
When you run those routes, those curl routes, just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. 1st down.
On the move. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausted.
He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Quarterback looks for a little space. Scores on the sneak.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged out of the air. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he found a space on the right. certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground.
Touchdown, Huskies! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Berry. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The offense changing the play. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the air, it's Nelson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he tried to balloon that one in on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's fourth and long.
They punted away on fourth down. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Williams looking for a man. Skips away from pressure. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Situational awareness is so important for quarterbacks, and you've got to know where you are on the field. On 3rd down, you can't take a sack because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to at least come away with 3 points. But after racing around and scrambling, holding on to the football, you've now been sacked. You're now out of field goal range, back behind the 40-yard line. Bad decision by that QB.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Williams will pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. At the 45, on his way. Hits the afterburners. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Williams looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
And that one got away from the quarterback. They've got the lead, but it's not by much. You just can't make mental mistakes like that. The football never should have gone to that intended target, and the defense makes them pay. Could they now take the lead here in the 4th?
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Caught over the middle. It's Durham. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Air Force. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will open from the 15. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Going for 6. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. Snowed under by the defense. 45 seconds left to go, and the whole thing pretty much comes down to this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll try the outside to the left. Inside the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on.
Just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's buried. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting.
Looking for a huge play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football.